someone had jumped on here right at the end as I was coming up with this idea. Hopefully, I'm gonna give you a couple seconds here to make it back. Or let all of you, or hopefully, if not all of you, at least a couple of you back on here. But yeah, I don't know. I just got it in my head to point. What the hell is rumbling my ship? That was weird. Are there giants on this damn planet or something? It's wild. It's like a thunderstorm, but in the game. Yeah. Going to bed here in a second anyway. Yeah, I'm just giving... I also posted it to Twitter just because Twitter's the most... I've lost so many followers on Twitter lately, but I've also been overly political, or overly critical of political shiticals. Let's see how many... This says 0 are on here. I'll give it a little while. I will give you a... Oh. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Jumping off like that. But I'm gonna give it just a little bit of time before I go into all of it. Actually, I should just go into it right here at the beginning, because I'm totally gonna post this and then repost it. Oh man, this game is beautiful. Yeah. I need to post those pictures I took too. I should do this sitting in that castle I made. That's a little bit pretentious. Okay, I think it's just gonna be one person, but it is what it is. So, yeah, back whenever I first started this whole thing, I kind of got where I was not really standoffish, but I just kind of freaking went away. Not because I wanted to, but just because I actually got to the point where I felt like I did not have any, like, interacting with me. And it's crazy. Like, I'm not telling you this out of any hunt for sympathy or anything. The guy that could have used the sympathy has gone away. Like, I drove a lot of that out of my own head. But maybe me telling you this might help you or help somebody else down the road. Like, it's so stupid how I did myself. So I quit my job, a job that I liked, a job that Lord knows how long I'll stay there this time, but hopefully the same cycle doesn't repeat itself if I ever did leave. It's freaking beautiful. Thank you, Sean Murray, for putting this in there. When I left that job, I just had a second kid, and you know, had these groups with like 25,000 people in them, you know, and you know, and I interacted fairly consistently, and I had people like Troy and Paul Racky and Marco, a lot of people that would just jump into my sessions and you know, we'd just shoot the shit or play the game. Freaking, Broken came on a lot. And, oh, it's such a good feeling. This game, well, I see a lot of people bitch about multiplayer, but especially right now, with the way the world is and everything. If you're upset, like, freaking go ahead and actually just add me. I posted my freaking screen name in the groups. I'm sure it's on here somewhere. But yeah, like, I got to a point, as crazy as it is to me now, like, this game is just like, there's such a healing quality to it. It's just getting like it's the ultimate escapism. But when people would start jumping in my games, I remember Steven Steele. I love that kid, that dude. And he joined in on a Red Dead Redemption game of mine. And I was so screwed up at that point in my life that it just made me freaking panic. Like, I felt like such a piece of shit that, like, just the thought of talking to somebody that I respected and thought was cool, I hated the idea of it. I thought that, you know, if I just tuck my head, you know, tuck my chin in, put my head down, and run at life, eventually, you know, I'll break through and get to where I need to be to interact with people like I used to. Well, in a lot of ways, that none of that will ever be the freaking same. Which, that's okay. I'm not crying about that, because I mean, there's people in that time that have lost limbs and family members, and me freaking complaining about not interacting with people in the same way that I used to is kind of pales by comparison. But anyway, like, the main point, and then I'm probably going to jump off of here, is when your brain tricks you. Like I got so preoccupied with, oh my god, I got to get myself into a better frame of mind before I start interacting with people again, because I'm such a buzzkill and such a freaking lowbrow piece of shit. I mean, like, you can try and control your actions, how you're interacting with people. And maybe if you're being an asshole or something, like, you know, like, if it's going to preserve your ability to interact with people, maybe pull the plug on some of the stuff. Like, you know, if you got the sniffles, you don't want to go to freaking Six Flags with some people. They will probably resent you. But what I'm saying is, it's nuts to me, like, freaking too often at that point in time, like, I was just as likely to have a lead go through my head as I was a positive thought. And it's just weird to me that, I mean, I don't know if it's a self-preservation or a self-destructive tendency to just unplug from everybody whenever you're... I mean, like, I don't think that I was just waiting for people to freaking struggle through my bullshit to get to me. Maybe that's what it was. I don't think... Ooh, look at you. Most, you know, like, is it Jackhammer? I just thought, oh man, and I remember telling Danielle, like, because, like, you know, we had plenty of conversations through that whole part of life. but I was always like, oh, well, tomorrow though, like, you know, like, we're right around the corner from everything being great. Tomorrow, you know, we're like, we're right at the cusp. What what is the concern? But at the same time, like when it came to interacting with like anybody on here, or even my like going and hanging out with friends, I was just, I guess I was just in a cycle of one more day until freaking somehow I got over it. But my point is, the whole reason I started this video over and started talking about all this stuff in the first place is, you gotta watch your where you let your mind take you, because it's insane to me now thinking about how unstable I felt and how badly I needed to keep some connection going, or freaking get a little bit of perspective other than my own. I like burnt all the bridges and tried to push everyone away, and that's nuts. I think it's nuts. I don't know. Maybe it's common as hell. And the whole point of me bringing that up is just, if you find yourself doing that, like try and fight it off. Even if you end up acting like a freaking asshole, if you like, I mean, don't hit people and don't freaking grab them by their cheeks and yell at them in their face or some shit like that. You know, I'm not saying be freaking overtly violent to people, but if you have to work through being an asshole, damn, this planet is beautiful. Look at that. Hold on. Live from Planet Asshole, Garner's Gap. If you, if anybody's worth it, I mean, like you, I understand, there would be fear of pushing people away for good, but the people that are worth a damn should, you hopefully you have somebody that you can push that isn't going to peel off entirely. I hope that you are. And if you need to, I don't know if I'm freaking, honestly, the freaking a pillar, like a cornerstone of making somebody's mindset better, but I would hope that if you had to act like an asshole to me to work through your problems, I would hope I wouldn't be so petty as to just cut you off. It's not hard to be that petty, though. There are people, I'm sitting here talking about you, but I'm probably talking about some shit that I need to do myself. Because I don't know how, I've got a couple friends that acted like dicks. And, I spent a lot of time just freaking, regretting the fact that I had never even met them. Life is fairly weird. I'm gonna get off of here though. One of these days I'm gonna play No Man's Sky and just be completely chilled out and soak in the goodness. Probably tomorrow. I would like to get on here and just freaking explore with like Troy or Paul or both. Get Rob on here. I'm gonna try and just get some people whose voice I haven't heard in a while. Voices. It'll probably freaking... one thing that I've noticed about myself is, and I think a lot of people are like this, it's almost as comical as it is tragic how you think something's gonna go. And I know dudes are, like, every dude is bad about this. You can't even pretend that you're not if you're sitting here listening to this. You think, hey, I'm gonna go and do A and B, and then I'm gonna return to C, and DEF's gonna happen, and oops, I think I just killed that dude. Shit always goes sideways. The fanfare is always a little bit lacking, and you probably screwed it up to begin with, whether you'll ever admit that or not. Anyway, yeah, that's enough of all that shit. This game is beautiful. I love you, No Man's Sky. It's a pretty damn good planet. Oh man, my nose is getting stopped up. Damn it, why'd you do this to me? I'm gonna have to treat you like shit for 3 days. I'm just kidding. Take care of yourself. The world's so much freakier than it used to be. I will say this, and I'll get off here. I think the lucky stars or whatever that I dealt with most of the shit that I dealt with freaking last year, because she was a whole new level of crazy. Anyway, take care. Hopefully yeah, that ain't too bad. See you later.